$7,000 is on the line. Starters are on the turn. From the rail out, we have Our Girl Annie and Corey McPherson. Julia with Jason Hughes. Rock and Roll K's Gilles Barrio. Singing Ramona with David Dowling. Outside, That's Silent Movie Star and Dale Spence. 5 fillies. Everybody's on to kick off exhibition day here at Exhibition Park. Here they come. There they go, off and pacing. Great start, 4 wide out of there. In between pacers, Howmack Julia. Outside, Singing Ramona. From the cones, Our Girl Annie. She stacks them up 3 wide round the first turn. On the far outside, Singing Ramona. She's looking for the front. She's 3 deep and driving out of the first turn. It's an old-fashioned barn burner onto the route to the opening quarter outside. Singing Ramona looking for the front. Our Girl Annie has the pylon. She wants to get away at least second. Howmack Julia now grabs up and she will take the 3-hole. Our Rock and Roll K's got away fourth. Silent Movie Star can see them all by the opening quarter. 29 and 2, Singing Ramona and Dowling. They set up shop on the front. They are the leader by 8. Right there on her back, that's Our Girl Annie. Along for the ride in third, Howmack Julia. Rock and Roll K's gets her cue from Barrio. She exits now to the outside from fourth. She takes over third as the fillies come in front of the fans first time around. They're chasing the 2-year-old daughter of sports. This is Singing Ramona halfway home. Right on her back, Our Girl Annie. They were over the half, 59 and 2. What a pace for the 2-year-old fillies. Here comes Rock and Roll K. She's third on the outside. Now takes over second by the 5/8. It's Singing Ramona. Rock and Roll K's up to look the leader in the eye on the outside. Our Girl Annie right there with them in third. Howmack Julia fourth. Silent Movie Star fifth. The pace is strong to 3/4. Singing Ramona inside. Outside, Rock and Roll K's not going away. No place to race right now for Our Girl Annie. 3/4 came and went. 129 and 4. It's still Singing Ramona singing her tune. On the outside, Rock and Roll K's. He likes it a little rock and roll style. Right there, Our Girl Annie's still in it. These 3 will settle it in the stretch. Down the stretch they come. It's the first division of the Milton Downey Stake. What a battle. Singing Ramona wanted the front, and she's going to the winner's circle for Dave Dowling. Second was Rock and Roll K's. Our Girl Annie was third. Time for the mile. The fillies stopped the clock. 159 flat. Singing Ramona. Now making her way back in front of the fans comes the winner of race number 1, the Milton Downey Memorial Stake for 2-year-old pacing fillies. It's the 4-entry Singing Ramona. She's a 2-year-old daughter of sports writer from the Western Ideal mare Gilbert Hanover. She's a homebred of Jamie Smith and Hubert McDonald. They also are the owners. Jamie does the training. The superstar Dave Dowling's in town for the drive. Singing Ramona put her on top all the way. She stopped the clock today. 159 flat. That is quite the trip over Exhibition Park for trainer Jamie Smith. That's 15 wins from only 30 starts this year. What a year he's having, and none bigger, folks, than the Gold Cup and Saucer. He was the trainer of Sintra this year. Congratulations to him on the Gold Cup and Saucer win, and congratulations again today on your homebred sports rider filly here in the Milton Downey Memorial Stakes. Go. Thanks, Kurt. Race 2 starters rolling in behind the gate. Race 2, the Scotch Common Memorial in memory of Gerald Ryan and Bill Nicholson. A great horse, great men, and 6 pacers are behind the gate. And on the turn from the rail out, we have Danny Bernice and John Davidson. Cocan Harry with Gerard Gallant. Theodore J. Down with Steve Mason. Salisbrook Ripper, Greg Bailey. Candy Apple Red, Corey McPherson. Outside, That's Love in Paradise, and Sean McClellan. Field of 6, race number 2. The Scotch Common Memorial in memory of Gerald Ryan and Bill Nicholson. Gates at the top of the stretch. Here they come. There they go, off and pacing the outside three, fire out of there in the inside. That's Nanny Bernice. Into the first turn, Nanny Bernice and Davidson. They look to be the leaders. Center of the track, Salzbrook Ripper's looking for a seat. Wider than him is Candy Apple Red. Way wide, that's Love in Paradise. Things unsettled out of the first turn. It's Nanny Bernice and Davidson. They are clear by two. En route to the opening quarter, Candy Apple Red now tightens in second. Love in Paradise, she'll wedge her way into the three-hole. That leaves Salzbrook Ripper back in fourth. Theodore J down as fifth, and Coke Can Harry, he can see them all by the opening quarter, 29-2. The 2-year-old daughter of Art Speak, Nanny Bernice, she lays down the fractions here for Johnny D. Right on her back, that's Candy Apple Red. Biding her time in third, Love in Paradise. Salzbrook Ripper off the speed from fourth. Theodore J down, he's still fifth, and Coke Can Harry is still at the back. Second verse, same as the first. As the horses come in front of the fans, first time around, they are single file, and they are chasing the favorite. It's Nanny Bernice and Davidson. They're halfway home. She gets a tap on the tail. She was over the half. A minute and 2 fifths. Honest fractions for this class. Nanny Bernice in command of the racetrack. Right there, Candy Apple Red getting the best trip of them all. Love in Paradise, she's right up tight on the lines in third. Salzbrook Ripper now tightens in from fourth. Theodore J down hits a better stride from five, and we need to see more from Coke Can Harry on down the backside. It's still Nanny Bernice. Davidson gives her about 2 lengths now. Her lead is 3 en route to 3/4. Candy Apple Red's trying to stay with her. Love in Paradise seems to be tiring in third. Salzbrook Ripper fourth. Theodore J down fifth by 3/4. 130-1. She was 30-1 in the third quarter. Nanny Bernice looking to seal the deal on the turn. Candy Apple Red's the only one with a shot in her in second. The battle here is for third. Down the stretch, Nanny Bernice, she steps off through the lane. What a nice filly, folks. Nanny Bernice looking for whip number 3 from 5 starts. Seconds going to Candy Apple Red. What a battle for third, but it's Nanny Bernice at the line for Davidson. Second went to Candy Apple Red. I'll call Salzbrook Ripper over Theodore J down for third. Time for the mile. 2 minutes, 2 fifths. New lifetime record for Nanny Bernice. Now making her way back in front of the fans comes the winner of race number 2, the Scotch Common Memorial, in memory of Gerald Ryan and Bill Nicholson. It's the one entry Nanny Bernice. She's a 2-year-old daughter of Artspeak from the Camluck mare Favorite Odds. She's owned by Janice Hubbard of St. John. Janice does the training. John Davidson did the driving, put the filly on top all the way. Nanny Bernice, she stopped the clock today, 2 minutes, 2 fifths. That's a new lifetime record for Nanny Bernice. She's now coming out to claim her cooler here in race number 2, the Scotch Common Memorial, in memory of Gerald Ryan and Bill Nicholson. Both members of the Ryan family and Nicholson family are on hand for the cooler presentation. They'll be a little gentle with the cooler, this being a 2-year-old filly. Don't always quite take to them that much, but beautiful cooler, great race. Congratulations to the connections. The Ryan family and Nicholson family, big-time supporters of harness racing in the Maritimes and especially here at Exhibition Park. Scotch Common, a former Gold Cup and Saucer winner. For those two gentlemen whose names you see on the cooler there. Congratulations to the connections. Thanks, Kurt. Starters for the third are on the backstretch, assembling in behind the starting gate. Race 3 is the second division of the Milton Downey Memorial Stake. This one, the Colt division. We have 7 Colts and 7,000 on the line. From the inside out, the Fisherman's Son, Dan Gillis. Salzbrook Ian with Corey McPherson. Jedi Jim, Colin DeCourcy. No Boats on Sunday, Miles Heffernan. Brookdale Zeb, Booker McCollum. Howmack Charmer, Dave Dowling outside. Brookdale Johnny Paul Langell, 7 Colts, Milton Downey Memorial. It's stake time at Exhibition Park. Here they come. There they go, off and pacing. Great start, center of the gate. No Boats on Sunday. He'll fire into the turn. Outside, Howmack Charmer. From the cones, that's Fisherman's Son. Into the first turn, Fisherman's Son inside. No Boats on Sundays on the outside. These two hook up round the first turn. Heffernan wants the front. He'll drive on the outside. No Boats on Sunday. Now the leader to the opening quarter. Fisherman's Son stung him a ways, and he now eyes the outside. He might just want the front, and I think he he does. Gillis steps on the gas by the opening quarter. Fisherman's Son up to take command by the opening quarter, 30-1. No boats on Sunday now, second. Salzbrook Ian, he got away third. Brookdale Zeb on the back there on the inside, that's Jedi Jim. Howmack Charmer's underway on the outside, now taking over fifth, and at the back, Brookdale Johnny. He can see them all as they come in front of the fans. First time around, they chase the 2-year-old son of Arthur Blue Chip. This is Fisherman's Son and Danny Gillis halfway home. Right there on his back, no boats on Sunday. They were halfway home, a minute and 2/5, identical 30 1/4, and Fisherman's Son has command of the racetrack. No boats on Sunday. Fancy stepping in the 2-hole. Salzbrook Ian's now off stride on the outside. Here comes Howmack Charmer with a rush and a brush following him. That's Brookdale Johnny on down the backside. Fisherman's Son. Gillis tries to get away on route to 3/4. He lets the Arthur Blue Chip colt roll. He's now opened up by 3. No boats on Sundays. The closest to him in second. 129-3 on the board. Fisherman's Son looks strong on the turn. No boats on Sunday. Hasn't dropped anchor yet. On the outside, that's Brookdale Johnny battling for the deuce through the stretch, though. Fisherman's Son, he is strong through the stretch. He's driving away. Oh, Fisherman's Son at the line. Second goes to Brookdale Johnny. No boats on Sunday. Third, time for the mile. 159-1. Fisherman's Son. Now making his way back in front of the fans comes the winner of race number 3, the Milton Downey Memorial for 2-year-old pacing colts. It's the 1 entry Fisherman's Son. He's a gelded son, 2 years old, of Arthur Blue Chip. From the Commotion mare, Is That You, Ardella. He's owned by Walter Walker of Inverness and the estate of Angus McGuinness of Mabu, Nova Scotia. Walter Walker does the training. Danny Gillis did the driving. Got the colt through around the first turn, sent him on top to the front. He stopped the clock today. Good trip over Exhibition Park. 159-1, back half 58-4. Nice looking son of Arthur Blue Chip here, folks. I think you will see plenty of them in the winner circles over the next few years. He a great horse himself, son of Shadow Play. Fisherman's Son, congratulations to the connections. Walter Walker, Angus McGuinness, and Danny Gillis, and Fisherman's Son. Hope you don't have any trouble getting them on the trailer to go home, boys. Thanks, Kurt. Race 4 starters are on the turn. Race 4 cooler, sponsored by Horse Race Brunswick. From the inside out, we have Instant Shadows, Mark Hag, Holly John Davidson, Father of the Year, Mitch Downey, outside, What's Up, Doc, and Miles Heffernan. Field of 5, race number 4. Everybody's on the gate. Gates at the top of the stretch. Here they come. They go off and pacing from the pylons. Instant Shadow fires into the turn to his outside. That's Bugger Max. Oliver Rides trotting into the turn. Third, Father of the Year. He's got a seat way in fourth. And What's Up, Doc? He's at the back. They're just like in your program. 1 through 5 out of the turn. They're chasing the 9-year-old son of Shadow Play. This is Instant Shadow in the Blue Knight, Jason Hughes. He sets up shop on the front end. Instant Shadow to the quarter. Bugger Max right there on his back. Oliver Rides trotting well in third. Father of the Year sees it from fourth. The opening quarter pedestrian for this group. 30-2. Instant Shadow. No shadows in front of him. He's on the front end here for Jason Hughes. There, Bugger Max biding his time in second. Oliver Rides comfortable in third. Father of the Year gets his cue from fourth. He's underway for Dr. Downey. He now picks up third on the outside. What's Up, Doc will follow that move from the back as the horses come in front of the fans. First time around, Instant Shadow under tight lines. He's halfway home, 59-3. 29-1 second quarter. Instant Shadow in command. Right there, Bugger Max on his back. Oliver Ride on the cones third. Father of the Year outside fourth, now picks up third. The pace quickens down the backside. Instant Shadow still the leader. Bugger Max is second. Father of the Year on the outside, up to third, now takes over second. He's got the leader in his sights as they roll by 3/4. Instant Shadow still the boss. 130 flat by 3/4. Father of the Year on the outside, pokes his nose on top on the turn. Bugger Max now flips to the 3-wide lane. These three look to settle it in the stretch. Father of the Year outside now clears to the front. Bugger Max off his cover to challenge in the stretch, but Father of the Year is clear. Father of the Year for Mitch Downey. Bugger Max got the deuce. What's up, Doc? Looks like he might have stole third. Time for the mile. 2 minutes flat. Father of the Year. Now making his way back in front of the fans comes the winner of race number 4. It is the 4, Father of the Year. He's a 9-year-old son of Royal Majesty from the Ponderosa mare, She's Determined. He's owned by Dr. Mitch Downey of St. John, New Brunswick. Ellen Stevenson does the training. Dr. Downey did the driving. No trip required today. Father of the Year. First over, stops the clock, 2 minutes flat. That's win number 3 on the season from only 13 starts. This is his first year back in a couple seasons. Win number 20 on his career, only 60 lifetime starts. Congratulations to the connections, Father of the Year, Dr. Mitch Downey, Ellen Stevenson, and of course, Sue and Mike. They're in the winner's circle as well. Congratulations to the connections here in race number 4. Cooler sponsored by Horse Racing New Brunswick. Thanks, gentlemen. Starters for race 5. The Wayne McQuinn Trucking Pace are behind the starting gate. From the rail out, we have Roland Peg, Mark Hagg. Big Time Brawler, Mitch Downey. The Legend Hanover, Mike McGuigan. J.J. Brienne with John Davidson. Outside, Montrose Hope, Jason Hughes. Post time, race number 5 at Exhibition Park. Here they come. There they go, off-hand pacing. J.J. Brienne's got a plan. She's fired out of there, center of the racetrack. That's the Legend Hanover. From the inside, Roland Peg now gets away third. Big Time Brawler, he sees a seat in fourth. At the back, Montrose Hope can see them all. Out of the first turn, J.J. Brienne. She fired off the gate for Davidson. She now grabs leather as the Legend Hanover pops pocket for McGuigan. He wants to be the leader to the opening quarter. That's the Legend Hanover. Now touching down, he's in command of the racetrack. J.J. Brienne left hard, took him away. Now will sit on his back by the opening quarter. 29-3. The Legend Hanover in command of the racetrack. J.J. Brienne the closest to him in second. Roland Peg has third. Big Time Brawler still on the cones fourth, and no move yet from Montrose Hope. The field's a little bit strung out as they come in front of the fans the first time around. They're chasing the 4-year-old son of the great. Some beat somewhere. This is the Legend Hanover and McGuigan halfway home. 59-3, 30 seconds even. Second quarter. J.J. Brienne's right on his helmet in second. Roland Peg with them in third. Big Time Brawler got his cue from fourth. He's now third on the outside. Following him comes Montrose Hope, and they look to have hooked wheels down the backside. On top, it's the Legend Hanover. Right there, second is J.J. Brienne. 3 wide, Montrose Hope is on to fourth. Big Time Brawler's unhooked now there in the center of the track. Roland Peg is fifth. They're by 3/4. 130-1. It's still the Legend Hanover. Giving chase from second, J.J. Brienne. Montrose Hope tries to wind up from third. Big Time Brawler is fourth, and Roland Peg has fifth. Top of the stretch, it's the Legend Hanover. He still got them by 3. Montrose Hope tries to pick it up center of the track, but it was over early. The Legend Hanover and McGuigan score on the line. Second goes to Montrose Hope. Big Time Brawler will be third. Time for the mile. Nice mile today, 1:59 and 2. Don't believe it's going to affect this fellow, though. Coming back now, in front of the grandstand comes the unofficial winner of race number 5, the Wayne McQuinn Trucking Pace. It's the Legend Hanover. He's a 4-year-old son of Some Beach Somewhere from the Sports Rider mare, This or That Hanover. He's owned by Josh McDonald, Mark McDonald, James Whalen Jr., and Ern Carver of Prince Edward Island. Mike McGuigan, he's the trainer and the driver. The legend Hanover scores here today in the Wayne McQuinn Trucking Pace. Wayne McQuinn on hand to present the cooler. And a legend himself, I see Steve Mahar to the right there, folks. So glad to see all the faces here today at Exhibition Park. Congratulations to the legend Hanover, the connections, Josh McDonald, Mark McDonald, James Whalen, Ern Carver, and Mike McGuigan.
Thanks, Kurt. They're lining up in the 6th. Speaking of Shadow, it's up to you, Woodmere Jade. Speak Up Bun, Run for the Money, and Elm Grove Red Wine. 6 fillies in the 6th, the 2nd division of the Milton Downey Memorial, top of the stretch. Here they come. There they go. They're off and pacing. Speaking of Shadow towards the inside, it's up to you. We'll leave with her from the outside. Elm Grove Red Wine is also out there. Woodmere Jade will cut the corner. She's now moving up 3rd. Elm Grove Red Wine will now settle away to be 4th. Then in 5th is Speak Up Bun, and trailing the field is Run for the Money. Into the backstretch they go. Speaking of Shadow and Mike McGuigan have the lead. 2nd towards the inside now is It's Up to You. She's right up on the helmet. Right there from 3rd is Woodmere Jade. Then Elm Grove Red Wine is 4th. 2nd from last from 5th is Speak Up Bun. And trailing the field is Run for the Money as they just passed the opening quarter. And it is, speaking of Shadow, she was at the quarter in 30 and 2/5. Speaking of Shadow, rounding the turn with the lead by about 2. 2nd towards the inside is It's Up to You. Racing from 3rd, Woodmere Jade. Elm Grove Red Wine is 4th. No movement yet as they head by 3/8 and come off the turn and straighten down the stretch with the opening half mile in their sights. It is, speaking of Shadow, controlling the fractions. 2nd towards the inside, It's Up to You. Woodmere Jade is 3rd. No one moves yet. 4th at the inside is Elm Grove Red Wine, and there she goes. She now gets underway. First up, Dowling with Elm Grove Red Wine will now go first up, moving up 3rd. On that cover will come Speak Up Bun, and Run for the Money will look to move up the inside as they head round the turn. Speaking of Shadow, the half in 1:01 and 2. They backed it up to 31 seconds in the 2nd quarter. Into the backstretch to go. Speaking of Shadow with the lead. From the outside, Elm Grove Red Wine is grinding it out first over. It's Up to You is right there from 3rd. Outside 4th now Woodmere Jade. Then it's Run for the Money, and trailing the field is Speak Up Bun as they arrive at 3/4. Speaking of Shadow has put away Elm Grove Red Wine as they're down to less than a quarter of a mile to go. 3/4 in 1:31 and 2. 30 seconds in the 3rd. And it is, speaking of Shadow, rounding the final turn. It's Up to You will now come out for the stretch drive for Barrio. Now moving up 3rd is Run for the Money. Elm Grove Red Wine is backpedaling as they will turn for home. Speaking of Shadow, from the outside, It's Up to You is now taking the lead. Speaking of Shadow on the inside, It's Up to You is grinding it out. Here's Run for the Money looking for the upset deep in the stretch. Speaking of Shadow, It's Up to You. Run for the Money at the line. I believe it may have been It's Up to You. We're going to need a photo. It's Up to You. Run for the Money. And speaking of Shadow, all 3 of them right there at the wire. Time for the mile in 2:03 flat. Back towards the winner's circle out of race number 6 is the winner of the 2nd division of the Milton Downey Memorial. That is the 2, It's Up to You. She's a bay filly, 2 years old, by Roll With It Harry, out of a Better's Delight mare, Safety Net. Owned by Reg McPherson of Stratford PEI. Kevin McLean is the winning trainer. Gilles Barrio, the winning driver, as she scores in 2:03 flat. It's Up to You picks up her 2nd win on 6 starts on the year. It's Up to You in the Milton Downey Memorial 2nd division. Pacers and their drivers lining up for the 7th. From the inside out, Ultimate Flying Nun, Pickpocket Princess, Emperor, Euchard, and Privilege. Field of 5, they're on the turn for the 7th. Top of the stretch. Here they come. There they go. They're off and pacing a great start here. Emperor and Privilege showing from the outside. Also leaving out will be Pickpocket Princess. Emperor gets in play early as they round the opening turn. Emperor and Jeff Lewis on the outside. They're 3 high rounding the turn. From between them is Euchred, and Privilege is 3 high as they go by 5/8 and into the backstretch. Euchred and Redmond Doucette on the outside trying to drive up to the lead. Emperor is going to hang him out a while. Racing from third, trying to sneak in is Privilege, but he can find a friend as he will now be forced to back off as Pickpocket Princess holds that position, and trailing the field is Ultimate Flying Nun. Euchred was by the opening quarter in 28-1. Solid fraction there. Euchred rounding the turn with the lead. Emperor is second. Pickpocket Princess mid-pack from third. Privilege found a seat there in fourth as they head by 3/8. Then now trailing the field is Ultimate Flying Nun. Off the turn they come. Euchred and Doucette in control. Emperor is right there from second. Pickpocket Princess is third. Then it's Privilege fourth, and Ultimate Flying Nun continues to trail. By the opening half, Emperor looking good on the front. Pardon me, that's Euchred on the front. Emperor is right there from second. Then Pickpocket Princess is third. Racing from fourth, Privilege. And trailing the field, Ultimate Flying Nun, 58-2 at the half. They backed it up to 30-1 the second split. Euchred will take them to 5/8 with the lead. Emperor's on his back second. Pickpocket Princess third. Privilege will now once again go to the outside as he gets underway fourth. And Ultimate Flying Nun is the trailer going to 3/4. Euchred starts to open up on them. He is now clear by 3. Emperor's chasing him from second. Pickpocket Princess on the inside third. Privilege is outside there from fourth as they are down to less than a quarter of a mile to go. Euchred was at 3/4 in 1, 28-1, 29-4 in the third. Euchred rounding the final turn with the lead. Emperor is second. Privilege stalled on the outside from third. Pickpocket Princess is fourth, and Ultimate Flying Nun trails. Off the turn they come. Euchred has it. It is all over. Euchred storming home for Doucette. Far outside, Ultimate Flying Nun trying to come on for minor spoils, but Euchred and Doucette will get it done easily. Euchred. Ultimate Flying Nun gets up for second. Pickpocket Princess up the inside was third. Time for the mile in 1:58-1. Into the winner's circle out of race number 7 comes the 4. That is Euchred. He's a brown gelding, 10 years old by Shadow Play. Out of a Camlock mare, Tipsy Taters. Owned by Kayla Habich Walker of Inverness, Nova Scotia. Walter Walker now picks up the training double. Redmond Doucette, the winning driver. Euchred stops the clock today in 1:58-1. The cooler presentation of the Loch Lomond Veterinary Hospital goes to Euchred in race number 7. Lining up in the first division of the Maritimer, Ors Terror and Jill Barrio, the Real Princess Corey McPherson, JJ Scarlett for Redmond Doucette, Ultimate Longshot David Dowling, Woodmere Jazz and Dale Spence, and on the outside, Brookdale Sienna for Paul Langell. Field of 6 for the first elimination of the Maritimer. Top 4 make the final. They're at the top of the stretch. Here they come. There they go. They're off and pacing. The inside 3 leave out. From between them, the Real Princess, Ors Terror will guard the inside. JJ Scarlett also leaves for a good position early. Fourth into the turn will be Ultimate Longshot. Woodmere Jazz gets away 5th, and Brookdale Sienna will trail. Rounding the opening turn, the Real Princess and McPherson want the lead. They're on the outside. Ors Terror will string her out a bit up the backstretch, and the Real Princess will now come on to take over. Now second is Ors Terror, then racing from third at the inside, JJ Scarlett. Ultimate Longshot is fourth. Woodmere Jazz second from last from 5th, and Brookdale Sienna is the trailer. The Real Princess had them at the opening quarter in 29-1. The Real Princess rounding the turn with the lead. Ors Terror is right there from second. JJ Scarlett is third. Ultimate Longshot keeping up from fourth. Woodmere Jazz is 5th, and Brookdale Sienna can see them all. She is the trailer. Off the turn they come. They straighten down the stretch, and the Real Princess is in control. Second towards the inside is Ors Terror. First up, here comes Dowling on the outside with Ultimate Longshot as she'll look to move up third. And at the inside, JJ Scarlett is right there. Then Woodmere Jazz is second from last, and Brookdale Sienna is the trailer. The Real Princess had them by the half in 59-3. They backed it up to 30-2 in the second split, heading towards the 5/8, and it's the Real Princess with the lead. Second towards the inside, Oars Terror. JJ Scarlet under a stranglehold on the inside from third. Outside fourth, Ultimate Long Shot is now moving first up. Woodmere Jazz will now look to follow that cover from fifth, and Brookdale Sienna is the trailer. They go to three quarters. McPherson lets her out a bit. The Real Princess will arrive at three quarters with the lead. From the outside, Ultimate Long Shot is second. Racing from third is Oars Terror. Three quarters in 1:29 and 3. 30 seconds flat in the third, and it's going to be a sprint home. The Real Princess has the lead. Oars Terror's right on her back from second and will look to come out in the stretch. In at the inside, JJ Scarlet is third. Ultimate Long Shot is faded to fourth as they turn for home. The Real Princess, Oars Terror may have her. It's the Real Princess. Oars Terror on the outside coming on. Here's JJ Scarlet there as well. The Real Princess will remain undefeated in 2022. The Real Princess in the first elimination of the Maritimer. Oars Terror second. JJ Scarlet third. Ultimate Long Shot. She'll be back for the final. She finishes fourth. Time for the mile in 1:59 flat. This filly seems to not be able to lose in 2022. She is now 10 for 10, and she wins another one off the front. Into the winner's circle comes the 2, the Real Princess. She's a bay filly, 3 years old, by Source of Pride. Evan Art Major mare. Devilishly Good. Bred by Blaine Tebow of Kensington PEI. He remains a co-owner. He co-owns along with Eddie Doucette and Gordon McLeod. Eddie Doucette trains her regular driver, Corey McPherson, in the driver's seat for the Maritimer first elimination. The Real Princess scores in 1:59 flat. The Real Princess in the first elimination of the Maritimer.
Moving in behind the gate for the Maritimer Stake, 3-year-old filly, elimination number 2. Gates in position, wings open, wheels a rolling. We'll send it upstairs to track announcer Brock McCachran with the race call.
Thanks, Kurt. Maritimer fillies rolling in from the rail out. Cougar on a Tear, Danny Gillis. Tobin's Diva with Dale Spence. Can't Stop the Love and Dave Dowling. Elm Grove Quest, Todd Treitz. Mystical Gal, Jason Hughes outside. KC Starlight, Stephen Treitz. It's Maritimer, second elimination. Here they come. There they go, off and pacing. Great start. Everybody's firing out of there. In between pacers, Tobin's Diva. From the cones, that's Cougar on a Tear. Cougar on a Tear on the inside. She's the leader around the first turn. Tobin's Diva on the outside, and Spence, she's looking for the front. She'll maybe now back off to that 2-hole. Can't Stop the Love, and she's way well in third. Then Elm Grove Quest fourth. Mystical Gal fifth. KC Starlight, she can see them all. They're in program order en route to the opening quarter. This is the 3-year-old daughter of Cougar Hall. This is Cougar on a Tear, and Danny Gillis, she's the leader by the opening quarter. 29-1, Cougar on a Tear in command of the racetrack. Tobin's Diva is taking the trip in second. Can't Stop the Lovin' is third. Elm Grove Quest looking good in fourth. Then Mystical Gal fifth. KC Starlight, she's last, but she eyes the outside as they come in front of the fans. First time around, Cougar on a Tear. Her lead is now out to 2, make it 3. Coming to the half, Cougar on a Tear. Tobin's Diva is trying to keep with her in second. Then Can't Stop the Love in third. Halfway home, 59-2. Identical 29-1. Second quarter splits. Round the turn they go. Cougar on a Tear. She looks sharp. Tobin's Diva now tightens in from second. Can't Stop the Love in third. KC Starlight working hard on the outside. She's first up, was fourth, now takes over third as they go on down the backside. It's still Cougar on a Tear. Tobin's Diva, she's biding her time in the pocket. KC Starlight's up the third. Can't Stop the Lovin', no place to race in fourth. Following on the outside goes that is Elm Grove Quest as they roll by three quarters, 129-2. It's still Cougar on a Tear. Tobin's Diva waits racing room, top of the stretch. Cougar on a Tear, sees it through the stretch. Here comes Tobin's Diva out of the pocket. The race is on. It's Cougar on a Tear, and Danny Gillis doubles up on the card. Cougar on a Tear to the line. Second went to Tobin's Diva. Can't Stop the Love in third. Looked like Elm Grove Quest might have found her way into the final with fourth. As easy as 1, 2, 3, 4 at the wire. Cougar on a Tear. She stopped the clock 2 minutes flat. In front of the fans comes the winner of the second elimination of the Maritimer. It's the one entry Cougar on a Tear. 3-year-old filly by Cougar Hall from the Western Terror mare, Toxic Terror. She's the third winner on the day from the Walter Walker barn and the second winner driven to victory by Danny Gillis. For Cougar on a Tear, this is win number 8 of her career, puts her earnings almost to $40,000. We're going to see her back here in race 13 in the final. She's owned by Walter Walker of Inverness in the estate of Angus McGuinness, Mabu, Nova Scotia. Congratulations to the Connections here on capturing the second division of the Maritimer Stake. Thanks, Kurt. Standardbred Canada, Atlantic Age Pacing Mares are behind the gate. $5,000 on the line. 5 mares on the gate. From the rail out, we have You Bet I'm a Good One and Redmond Doucette. Vines to Heaven with Todd Trites. Tobin's Brownie with Dave Dowling. Ace 44 Dome, Jason Hughes outside. Dream Fair, Zen Fire, and Brody McPhee. 5 mares. Everybody's got their nose on the gate. It's post time at Exhibition Park. There they go. There they go, off and pacing far outside. Dream Fair Zen Fire's leaving, but so's everybody else. They're 4 wide round the first turn. You Bet I'm a Good One on the inside has command of the racetrack. Vines to Heaven, not normally known for her early speed. She is going to the lead here for Trites by the opening quarter. That's Vines to Heaven and Trites setting up shop on the front. You Bet I'm a Good One. Stung her ways will now sit on her back. Tobin's Brownie found a seat in third. Ace 44 Dome away fourth, and Dream Fair Zenfire went to plan B. She can see them all by the opening quarter. The bullet of the day, 28 seconds flat, and that's Vines to Heaven laying down the speed right on her back. You Bet I'm a Good One. Tobin's Brownie still on the cones from third. Dream Fair Zenfire from the back is underway. She was fifth, now fourth, and she'll up to engage third as the horses come in front of the fans. Vines to Heaven right down the road for Trites. She's the leader halfway home. You Bet I'm a Good One second. They were by the half. 57-3, Vines to Heaven on the outside. Tobin's Brownie is coming to call. Right there in third, that's You Bet I'm a Good One. Dream Fair Zenfire out second over, but not uptight on her cover. On the inside, that's Ace 44 Dome. Down the backside, Vines to Heaven. Her lead now out to 2 lengths. On the outside, Tobin's Brownie's trying to find her way to the cones. You Bet I'm a Good One still has control of that in third by 3/4 on the board. 126-4. Vines to Heaven pacing strong on the turn. You Bet I'm a Good One, the closest to her in second. Tobin's Brownie backs away from third. Here comes Ace 44 Dome down the stretch. It's Vines to Heaven. She needs the line. She's got them by 5, and she's driving away through the lane. It's Vines to Heaven and Trites all the way. Ace 44 Dome rallied for second. You Bet I'm a Good One was third. Time for the mile. Fastest of the day, 157 flat. Now making their way back in front of the fans comes the winner of race number 10. It's the 2-entry Vines to Heaven. She's a 7-year-old mare by Rock and Roll Heaven from the Art Escape mare Miss Old Vines. She's owned by Aidan Farish, Ian McDonald, Clarissa Mahar, and Andrea Renison of Nova Scotia. George Renison does the training. Todd Trites does the driving. Not too many cards. Todd and George don't find the winner's circle. I was waiting for it to happen, and here they are in race number 10 with Vines to Heaven. Congratulations to the Connections. Aidan Farish, Ian McDonald, Clarissa Mahar, Andrea Renison, George Renison, Todd Trites, and Vines to Heaven. Kurt, race 11 is the Metastar and Boyd Tremere Memorial. From the rail out, we have Ultimately Handsome Dale Spence, Legendary Ron Jason Hughes, Frontier Cruise Corey McPherson, Manterio Danny Gillis outside, Rusty Riley Paul Langell, field of 5, race number 11, the Metastar and Boyd Tremere Memorial. Here they come. There they go, off and pacing. Legendary Ron steps out of there to his inside. Ultimately Handsome outside. Frontier Cruise into the first turn. Legendary Ron left hard. He's the leader around the first turn. Frontier Cruise now, he'll sit his way into the 2-hole. Ultimately Handsome from the cones got away third. Then we find Manterio holding down fourth. Rusty Riley can see them all. Field of 5 compact en route to the opening quarter. They're chasing the 7-year-old son of rock and roll dance. This is Legendary Ron, 30-time winner in his career. And he set up shop on the front end for the Blue Knight by the opening quarter. Cheap one, 30-1. 30-1 for Legendary Ron. Right there on his back. Frontier Cruise getting a great trip. Ultimately Handsome holds down third. No move yet from Manterio, and Rusty Riley still there at the back. Second verse, same as the first, as the horses come in front of the fans. First time around, Legendary Ron under tight lines. His lead's a length and a half. Frontier Cruise bides his time in second. Ultimately Handsome still there third by the half. 1 minute and 2 fifths, 30-1 second quarter, just like the first one. Legendary Ron in command of the racetrack. Frontier Cruise, though, is getting a great trip. He's only a length back. Ultimately Handsome right there with them third. Manterio gets the high lines from Gillis in fourth, and Rusty Riley still there fifth, but no move yet. Down the backside now, we've got the action. It's still Legendary Ron. Frontier Cruise, he's stepping out of the 2-hole right now. Ultimately Handsome will go up the inside from third, 3/4 on the board. 131-1, 30-4 in the third. It's still Legendary Ron, but he's bracing for the big fella. Here comes Frontier Cruise on the outside. Go look him in the eye. These two throw down in the stretch. Frontier Cruise on the outside forges his way to the front. He's got to hold off a charge from Manterio, but it's Frontier Cruise and Corey McPherson to capture it. At the line, Manterio looked to grab second over Legendary Ron. Ultimately Handsome was fourth. Time for the mile. 1:59 flat. Frontier Cruise. Now making his way back in front of the fans comes the winner of race number 11, the Metastar and Boyd Tremere Memorial. It's the 3-entry Frontier Cruise. He's a 5-year-old gelded son of Sunshine Beach from the FT Apache Hanover mare, 'Cause You're In It to Win It. Shown by J.C. Bellevaux and Jean Bellevaux of Skaduk and Dieppe. Trained by John Bellevaux. Corey McPherson does the driving. That's 3 in a row for Frontier Cruise. McPherson in the bike for all 3. That is win number 6 on the season and 16th of his career. Stop the clock today, 1:59 flat. It was a sprint to the finish, folks. Last quarter, 27-4. That's right, 27-4 here for Frontier Cruise. He scores in 1:59 flat. Congratulations to the connections, and a thank you to the Robley family for sponsoring the Metastar and Boyd Tremere Memorial. Members of the family on hand in the winner's circle here today. So congratulations, Frontier Cruise, the Bellevaux boys, and Corey McPherson. Thanks, Kurt. Time to remember Roddy Gogan. It's the Roddy Gogan Memorial. Race 12 starters are on the turn. From the rail out, we have Blood Money and Dr. Mitch Downey. Marito Hanover and Jason Hughes. Time to Dance with Brody McPhee. Beach and Lindy, Steve Charlton. Then we have Twin B Tough Enough with Corey McPherson. Batter Up Hanover, Paul Langell. Outside, we have Island Beach Boy Gilles Barrio. Way Wide, that's no plan intended, Dave Dowling. 8 pacers, everybody's on the gate. It's the feature of X Day at Exhibition Park. It's the Roddy Gogan Memorial, and here they come. There they go, off and pacing. Time to Dance fires out of there to his outside, Beach and Lindy. Inside, Marito Hanover. Around the first turn, it's Time to Dance. On the outside, that's Beach and Lindy. In the inside, Marito Hanover. Then we have Blood Money away fourth. Twin B Tough Enough away fifth. Better Up Hanover sixth. Then Island Beach Boys seventh. And after the early miscue, no plan intended, can see them all. By the opening quarter, Time to Dance and Brody McPhee. They set up shop on the front end by the opening quarter. 28 seconds flat. Beach and Lindy takes the trip in second. Marito Hanover is third. First to move on the outside, Twin B Tough Enough. Blood Money's on the cones in fourth. Island Beach Boys out and following cover from 6th, back to 7th. Let's batter up and over, and at the back is no plan intended. Halfway home, they're chasing the big horse. This is Time to Dance, the king of the Maritimes. He's halfway home for Brody McPhee by the half, 57-2. Time to Dance in command. Up and at him on the outside. Twinbee Tough Enough now grabs second. Beach and Lindy on the inside is third. Second over and on the bit, that's Island Beach Boy and Barrio. Off stride went Marito Hanover. Down the backside, it's still Time to Dance. On the outside, Twinbee Tough Enough. Can't find the cones. Beach and Lindy's getting the high lines from third. Island Beach Boy there fourth. Batter up is fifth. 3/4 on the board. 126-3. Time to Dance is trying to seal the deal on the turn. On the outside, Twinbee Tough Enough. Beach and Lindy right there third. And on the outside, Island Beach Boy fourth. Down the stretch they come in the go-again. It's Time to Dance. He's clear for McPhee. The battle's for the deuce. Grab your partner. It's Time to Dance in the Roddy go-again. Second went to Beach and Lindy. Third, Twinbee Tough Enough. Time for the mile. 156 flat. Time to Dance. Parading back now. Winner circle comes the king of the maritime racing. It's the 3-entry Time to Dance. He's a 6-year-old son of Rock and Roll Dance from the Better's Delight mare, Mystical Gypsy. He's owned by Brent Campbell of Charlottetown, Matthew McDonald of Edwards, Ontario. He's trained by Mark Campbell. Brody McPhee was in the driver's seat today for Time to Dance. This is the New Brunswick Triple Crown. He is undefeated on New Brunswick soil. He's 4 for 4. He is the defending champion here of the Roddy Gogan Memorial. Friends and family and a lot of folks from the backstretch out love seeing that in the winner circle here in the Roddy Gogan Memorial. Anybody that came to the races exhibition week, the last 20 or 30 years, you met Roddy, you were at his barn. He was the life of the party, folks. So we remember Roddy here on X Week in the featured dash. So congratulations to the connections. Brett Campbell, Matthew McDonald, Mark Campbell, Brody McPhee, and Time to Dance. Special thanks to Mark Campbell. I know he had some commitments this weekend, still sending over his stars of his stable here for our big day at Exhibition Park. Special thank you to him. Congratulations to the connections. Nice win photo out there. Thanks, Kurt. Starters for the Maritime are in behind the gate from the rail out. We have the Real Princess, Cougar on a Tear, Tobin's Diva, Orr's Terror, Can't Stop the Lovin', Ultimate Long Shot, Elm Grove Quest, Way Wide Mystical Gal for the money only. It's the Maritimer final. 3-year-old fillies. 10,000 is on the line. Second time they've reported for work today. Here they come. There they go, off and pacing. Inside, that's the Real Princess. She's firing out of there to her outside. Cougar on a Tear. Into the first turn, that's the Real Princess. She has command of the racetrack. Cougar on a Tear left well now, will get second. On the outside, looking in, that's Tobin's Diva. Orr's Terror got away well. She's fourth. Caught on the outside, that's Ultimate Long Shot. Now backing up. Things unsettled en route to the opening quarter. This is the Real Princess and McPherson. They want the front. Tobin's Diva didn't have a seat. She had to create one, and she's now caught on the outside by the opening quarter, 28-1. It's the Real Princess on top. On the inside now, Cougar on a Tear getting the trip. Tobin's Diva's getting roughed up on the outside. Orr's Terror's right there on the cones. She'll stay in for now. Following on the outside now, here comes that's Mystical Gal following second over. They're halfway home, chasing the Real Princess under tight lines to McPherson. She was there, 57-2. Quite the half for the Real Princess. Cougar on a Tear right there on her back second. Tobin's Diva's going the long mile on the outside third. Orr's Terror still locked up in there fourth. Second over, Mystical Gal. 3 wide from the backside. Here comes Ultimate Long Shot. Down the backside, it's still the Real Princess. On on the inside. Cougar on a tear now takes second. Tobin's Diva tires 3 deep from the back comes Ultimate Long Shot. Orr's Terror still trying to get off the cones from fourth by 3/4, 127 flat. It's still the Real Princess on top, and she looks real strong. On the inside, that's Cougar on a tear. Ultimate Long Shot on the outside, third. Orr's Terror is fourth. Down the stretch they come. It's the Real Princess. She's undefeated. 2 starts in a day, no problem. Wire to wire, the Real Princess. She is the best. Second went to Cougar on a tear. Up for third, that's Ultimate Long Shot. Orr's Terror will be fourth. Time for the mile. Nice trip, 158-1, the Real Princess. Now making her way back in front of the fans comes the nicest filly in the Maritimes, and it's her second trip to the winner's circle today, folks. It's the number 1, the Real Princess. She's a 3-year-old daughter of Source of Pride from the Art Major mare Devilishly Good. She's owned by Eddie Doucette, Blaine Thibodeau, Gordon McLeod, and Grant Main of Prince Edward Island. Eddie Doucette does the training. Corey McPherson does the driving. Real Princess does the rest. Put her on top all the way. That's 11 for 11 on the season. That's 16 wins from only 23 starts. She's got almost 110, or a little over $110,000 made, and she's made it all right here in the Maritimes, folks. Very nice filly. I don't think anybody's been within a length of her at the wire this year. So the Real Princess, we haven't found the bottom of her yet. Not sure we're ever going to see it, but congratulations to the connections. Eddie Doucette, Corey McPherson, Blaine Thibodeau, Gordon McLeod, and Grant Main, and of course, the Real Princess.